Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Blueprints. We are here on day 2 and yes, oh my, we have 70 steps to do here, so wow. Alright, let's see what we can do for today. Alright, nothing really new in here. Alright, let's go to the left and see where this takes us. We got a hallway here, laboratory, which usually wouldn't have anything in it. Maybe at the odd time it might have something, but the chances of that are really low. So I could use the breaker box right at the get-go, but that would also make it a dead end. So let's go hallway. Have a couple rooms that we can go in. Now, is there anything on the floor? You never know what items could be lurking nearby, you know? You gotta be on the lookout for such things. You never know when something could be hidden. Let's go storeroom on here. I can get the coin, key, and the beautiful emerald gem, or that one looks a little more jade-like to me, being light green. But yeah, we got one of each. So now we can unlock some things that would require such items. Like we could have a nook, we could have a guest bedroom, or a breaker box. Although I would have preferred if we had a left door here. But the nook is only to the right, and then the other two are dead ends. So I don't know about this one. But another key might as well. I'm not gonna get the utility closet, the breaker room, until I need it. So we'll have to wait on that one. Nothing hidden here. You can't squeeze through there? Come on, man. You're a small guy. Come on. You're paper thin. You can squeeze through that. No problem. Okay. That's everything in here. Not really much of a room other than getting that beautiful key. More lavatory. Corridor is unlocked, although that would cut off the entrance hall, and then the pantry, which would connect with the entrance hall. Once again, a door not going north, and we can't redraw the plans here. Corridor would make sense, but I don't really want to block doorways, so I'm just gonna get pantry. Leads right back into the entrance hall, so it would cut off the need for trying to go back and around, you know? Save the steps when you need to. It wouldn't make sense just to waste more steps trying to go the long way around, you know? Okay, right door, what do we got? We got a spare room, we got a den, which would make 2 doors be appearing, and the observatory requires a gem. You get a gold star every time you draft observatory. I believe I have drafted that in the previous day, so I already have 1 gold star, I believe. So if I draft this again, I would have 2 gold stars. Okay, yeah, den would make the most sense. Extra door be available. Yeah. Okay, and we also get a gem here, so that's always appreciated. Nothing else in here, although I could be wrong. Once again, I was right. Okay. Parlor. Whenever you drop the bedroom, gain 5 steps for the nursery. However, that would make it so this would be the only door that would lead up. I don't really want that. So I'm going to get the parlor. Makes sense here. So I have 2 doors that I can use. Okay. And yes, if this wall is facing anywhere else in the house and not to the outside windows, outside wall, then these are going to be closed. The curtains will be drawn as well, so we got the wind-up key. I almost said warm-up. That is not right. The gems are on the floor. You are a liar. The gems on this box. That's true. The gems are on the desk. How about no? That is not right. So let's do this. The gems are on this one, obviously. I mean, come on. What kind of fool do you take me for? That is easy. Although I have heard that the puzzle, once you solve it, each time you solve it, it would get a little bit progressively difficult. So we'll have to look out for that. Alright, bedroom here. Whenever you enter it, you gain 2 steps. However, I want to save that for when we get further up in the estate, because I like to have this more around halfway up, so we would gain 2 steps, and any bedroom quirks or perks, I guess you could say, other additional stuff that would give us more steps for bedrooms. I would prefer to have the bedroom stuff be closer to halfway. So commissary costs a gem, but it is a sup, as associated with yellow. That is a sup. Spare room. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the sup. Might as well. I also have to draft items because draft items. What am I talking about? Draft new rooms, because if you would see here, we have a lot of rooms. We have drafted several of them so far. Don't know what 001 is. What room 1 is. I don't know what that one would be, but we still got 5 more over here we need to get. We got nook, den, and pantry. We got everything here we gotta get. Drawing room, utility closet, workshop, security. We got a lot of rooms to get. Seriously, this is gonna take a while. And then this would be the rumored 46th room, but we don't know what that would be. We got 4 of the 8 bedrooms, so there's 4 more to get. 3 more halls. 7 more green rooms. I haven't seen the others yet. And shop, ship, commissary, and kitchen. We still got to find the others. And red rooms, 3 of 8 as well. When we see new rooms to draft, we do want to take the opportunity to get those. I want to say I have drafted this in the last video. We got a staff notice here. Effective for the first week in December. Payroll for all. Yeah, I have read this. Okay. I remember that. Okay, what do we got here? We got running shoes, sleeping mask, which does have a benefit with the bedrooms. A sledgehammer and a magnifying glass. I do want the sleeping mask. That would definitely help. I believe it adds plus 5 steps when you enter a bedroom or something like that. Sledgehammer would be good because it can break the trunks around the estate without needing a key to unlock those. That would be pretty good. Magnifying glass can zoom in on the pictures and words and stuff like that in case there's anything hidden that you need to see. And running shoes, I believe, saves you some steps when you're walking through rooms. I don't really know. We'll get the running shoes at some point. Where am I going? I didn't want to go that way. Well, they both lead either way. Alright. I am using the keyboard and mouse, as you can probably tell by my ridiculous controls of moving the character. And we're screwed. Yep, we're screwed. That's the thing. I should have just stayed in commissary and gone to that door, because then even if Chapel was the only one available, then the door would actually be facing up, going north. Okay, let's get guest bedroom. Might as well. See what we got in here. We got a gem, of course. The one thing that doesn't help. Oh well. Alright, I guess I have to call it a day because, well, we did not make it far. And I forgot to save something else. Okay. I think after we hit exit here, it'll autosave. Well, it'll ask us to save and quit or save and continue. So I'm gonna do something before we advance. So 10 total rooms. I'm sorry, what? We got 9 rooms. I guess the antechamber counts as 1. Rank reached 1. That is 2. I don't know what you're talking about. Steps taken 12. Wow. No items. 1 new room, which would be commissary. No. It can't be commissary, because I'm pretty sure we had that last time. Because I remember reading that note. Huh. I don't know. Humble bungalow. Alright, I'm gonna stop it here, and then I'm going to be right back. So, be right back. Okay, guys, I am back with a vengeance for day 3 of Blueprints. Okay, yeah. I had to go do a thing, because if I didn't do the thing, I might be screwed. Well, maybe not screwed, but the thing you want to definitely do is back up your game save. So, what I've done is I found the location of where it is after looking it up, and I have made some folders to organize where the save files would go. And I put the day 1 save file in its own folder, and then after hitting save and quit on the day 2, I put that save in a separate folder. So now I've got 2 separate saves that I can have backed up and go to whenever I want to. So in case something happens, or if I have a bad run, or the recording gets corrupted or messed up or whatever, then I can just reload from the previous save and go from there. Yeah, always save your game. I mean, back up your saves. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Funnily enough, the den is exactly where I had it drafted earlier. But we're going to make sure that we pick the right rooms this time. I'm going to save the utility closet for later, though. So, let's grab the nook while we... Ooh, hello, magnifying glass. That's nice. Alright, let's grab the key. Is there anything on the floor? No. I doubt anything would be on the floor, even behind the chair. Yeah, I don't think anything would be behind there, but I have seen an item be right here, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, look what we have here. We have the same thing again. Although, the chapel isn't a good one. It has the 2 doors, so it leads up more, but every time you enter, you lose a coin. I guess maybe this would be a better area to have chapel, because we wouldn't really be needing to go through this again. And we don't have a coin right now, so yeah. The best time to get this chapel out of the way. No items for me? Aw, you suck! Alright, let's go through here and see what we can bring up. Really? This is not a good one. But I'll make parlor appear. And yep, like I said, since they don't face the outside, they're gonna be closed up. And it connects right to the den, so the door automatically opens. Alright, let's see what we got here. Is it gonna be any more difficult? This box contains gems. The other 2 boxes contain gems. All 3 boxes contain gems. Well, that's a false one. And that's a false one. This has to be the true box. 2 false make a true. I know that's not the same, but this is the only thing that makes sense, is the gems are only in 1 box. As it says in the paper, the prize, only 1 box has the prize. So, yeah, it will be this one. Okay, so where do we go from here? We still don't have a coin, so I can just go up this way and see where that goes. Alright. There is something containing a puzzle with these stained glass pictures, but we'll come back to them when it's relevant. Because it involves something that's gonna take a while to get, so not gonna bother with that right now. Alright, coat check. Check 1 item and retrieve it on another day. That is a good one, although we don't have an item right now to check. But I don't really want to put this above chapel. I want to keep the rooms going up, so we're gonna do spare room, obviously. So, yeah. We don't want to keep putting dead ends and doors that are not going to lead to nowhere, so we want to keep as many doorways open as possible. We have kitchen here, which would be a pretty good spot for it. There's pantry. Although I think I want kitchen to be up a little bit more, so we're going to go kitchen in this one, and we saved the gem. Ooh, hello orange. 5 steps. Whereas the apple gave us 2 steps, I believe. And the banana gave us 3 on the first day. Nothing else here? Okay. Oh, come on. Will you stop giving us doors that lead down? This is the only one I can use, because it goes up. Bedroom, you suck. Alright. I have to use a gem now. Can't keep going down. Alright, no coins. There's 4 coins. Yeah, I can't get anything. 10 coins for the metal detector? Are you serious? 8 coins for the sleeping mask. 6 for the shovel. 5 for the salt shaker. Ay, ay, ay. Game, what are you trying to do? Rob me? I don't have that kind of coinage. I'm not Mario, where I can just go about hitting those blocks and getting coins, although that would be very useful in this game. Oh, come on, really? Okay, you know what? We're going to go back to the entrance hall and go over here, because we don't want to keep going up one way and then just wasting steps going down here just to get to the entrance hall. So we're going to go back from here. Hold the shift button so we can go faster. And they both lead the same way, so... Whoop. Okay, let's go to the left side then. Now, we got hallway, we got dark room. Cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room until you turn the light back on with the utility closet. Drawing room, have to use a gem for that one. But you may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room, and it gives 2 doors, but we want to pick hallway because it's free! Okay, no, nothing on the ground, okay. Bedroom goes up, breaker box right in the corner here, although I kind of want to have that up more towards halfway, so it wouldn't take so long to get down. And observatory, which requires a gem. I'm gonna, no, I would like this to be up more. So I'm gonna go with observatory. Yeah, man. Okay. We have... Maybe I haven't gotten the observatory yet. Wait a minute. We got the Fixed Stars, the Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt, by 1809 Publishing. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star is +1 gold. The twins, 2 trunks, have been added to the entrance hall. That'd be very nice to get. The slice, 3 steps. Oh, +3 steps if you get the slice. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. The Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. That would mean that the apples are normally +2 steps. This would add more steps to it. Clavis the Key, +1 key. Diamondus Major, +5 gems. Ooh, that's a nice one. Draxus the Dead. Dead end rooms are more common. Ooh, that's not a good one to get at all. Okay, goes from page 12 to 15. Not sure why that is. Oh no, these are the number of stars. Okay, never mind. The number of stars that make up the constellation. That's what the numbers represent. Okay. The sale, everything is 50% off. That is awesome. Floralis Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. I don't know what that special flowers is referring to, but alright. And that's it. Okay. Well then. Is there anything else in this room? Probably not. You can spin the globe. Although, don't think it will mean much of anything. It's just there to spin to your heart's content. Alright, let's use shift and go up faster. And the roadway ends, but we do have this. I said we do have this. Okay. I think we want to make it go up. Ah, okay. I see what I have to do here. I don't see what I have to do here. Okay. Well, I gotta move that freaking thing out of the way. Kind of blocked myself here. Well, I gotta move it to the right so I can get out of here. I still can't get out of here because this guy doesn't know how to crouch. We gotta hit this thing. Will you? Once more. Well, that blows. Probably should have made it go up higher. One more should do the trick. There you go. Alright, I made this little thing a little complicated for myself. Didn't even mean to, but lo and behold, here we are. Alright, there we go. Alright, finally, let's see what's in here. 1 star, plus 1, gain 1 coin. How? Gain 1 coin. We probably had 3 and then we got 4. That's probably it. Okay, let's go through here now. Ooh, storeroom, west wing hall, or secret passage. Ooh, leads to a room of a color of your choice. So I'm guessing you go in there and then you pick one of the other colors, maybe of a room that you already have available, that you've drafted. So for blue, red, or yellow, it'll be random, so probably. Requires a gem though. It's kind of stupid. Okay, what do we got in here? We have been in the West Hall before, because we did read that note. No items that I can see. Okay. We got utility closet, we got corridor, we got closet. We're screwed. I was hoping to use that hallway door leading up, but nope. Nothing. Well, I guess it'll be better to, well, corridor might be better here. I was thinking closet and getting 2 items, but yeah, let's go closet. That way we can get 2 items here. Alright, we got the ivory die, plus 1 roll. While drafting, you may use the die to roll new floor plans. That is nice. We got a emerald right here as well. And then we got 3 North Stars, making a slice. Okay. Storeroom, guest bedroom, courtyard. Have to go courtyard. Okay. Do I want to go that way now? Yeah. Ooh, there is a locked chest here. A trunk. No shovel though, unfortunately. Okay. You know what? Kinda don't want to use up my last key right here. My only key. Because I might need it up here or in the middle. So I'm gonna come back to that trunk. Who knows? We might find the sledgehammer at some point, and then I can just break it without needing the key. Break the padlock that locks it. Utility closet, the dining room, which would be stupid, and then the corridor, which would make the most sense here. Okay, what do we got? Is there anything to pick up? Come on. I need to pick up some items. Oh, good lord. We got passageway, which would be handy, but I want to use that later on. Plus, it's 2 gems. I can't even do it. So we got to redraw the floor plans here. Oh, good lord. Well, this sucks. Bedroom would probably be good. I can make 1 extra room up here. Bunk room. I kind of don't want to make this the utility closet, because if I need to get there, then I'd have to go all the way back to the entrance hall just to get there. So it may not make sense to do that. Alright. Let's see. I think the best thing would be... Well, I kind of don't want... Wow. This is not a good set to roll. I guess I kind of have to use bedroom here. The Reddington card again. Although I do have the magnifying glass, so I can see if there's anything which doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay. Ooh, hello, gem. I'll take you. Okay. Are you... Okay. The guest bedroom here makes sense, but I'm gonna go storeroom. I'm gonna save guest room for later. This way we can get another key and coin as well as a gem. The picture is a padlock, although I'm not really sure if that has any meaning to it. Wait, what? It added 2 steps. Maybe because that room is a dead end? Huh. Okay. I didn't think it would do that, but alright. Okay, where are we going now? We gotta go up to commissary. I am gonna lose a coin here going through the chapel, which blows, although I could go back to the courtyard. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to the courtyard. Because I have 2 doors there that I can basically bring some better rooms over. If they would give me some decent rooms. The dark room makes sense. I'm not gonna go in there though. Okay. Dining room makes sense here, because it gives me 2 doors. Garage would be nice. I get 3 keys, but there's no other doors other than the garage door, which once you turn the garage power on, you can open the door and go outside on the west side. But this would be the ideal room to have here. And here's where a meal would be, but you have to reach rank 8, which will be this line right here, in order to have a meal show up. I would have liked to have the dining room be up closer, but when I don't have the option to redraw the rooms, I'm kind of stuck with it, because we want to have multiple doors be available to draw if possible. So I'm gonna save this. Well, actually, okay. Well, utility closet would be nice, but okay. Kind of have to use passageway here. Didn't really want to because it's 2 gems. Boudoir would connect with the dark room, but won't lead anywhere else. Although it does have the safe there where I can get a gem and maybe an item on the floor if it's soaked up. This is just not a good thing to have right in this spot. Even though I can turn on the dark room with this, but that would make the dark room be useless. Passageway is the best thing to have in this scenario, so unfortunately I have to use it. And there's the dark room. That door is open. No keycard doors, thank God. We don't need that this early. Alright, what do we have here? Security, which doesn't make sense. Coat chuck would make sense. Guest bedroom, 10 steps. I'm gonna save the coat chuck for when we need it, because I don't have an item right now. So I think guest bedroom might be the best thing. Plus I can get 10 extra steps. And we have a key card. How do you like them apples? Okay, now when we come across keycard doors, I can easily just use it. Okay, well, not really what I want to have right here. This would make sense. Laundry room is interesting, but it's also a dead-end room. Launder currency. So you can do different things with the money in this room. I'm gonna draw drawing room, because it's the only one that makes sense here. Plus it gives me an ability to use a redraw thing if I need it. Alright. Okay, are you fucking serious? I have the option to redraw, but I don't want to use it right here. Although, garage would be better in this area. I can't use it anyway because I don't have a gem. So This game is not giving me the right rooms. Okay, gives me the garage at least. There's the billiard, which would connect with the dining room. Yeah, the garage. Oh my God, game. Why? I can't back out either. This is the worst. This is the absolute worst. I'm gonna go billiard. Cause wow. This game, man. Oh, hello. We have a salt shaker. Whenever you eat food and gain steps, gain an extra 1 step. That is very nice. Alright, we do have a dirt game over here. So 16. We have 3, 6, and 5, so that would be 14. We have 12 and 15, 27 minus 10, so that's 17. We have 12 minus 8 is 4 times 4 is 16. And then 15 minus 9 is 6 times 2 is 12. And there we go. We got 2 keys. Very nice, although I would like to have gems, but I'm not gonna complain with keys. Okay. There is the dining room there. Alright. And of course this door is locked. Well, we did get 2 keys. Yeah, might as well use one. I do want to go back to the courtyard because we do. Well, no, I'm gonna save. Oh my god, Rumpus Room, really? Plus 8 coins? Are you sick? Oh. Really? So you can redraw floor plans anytime that you're in the drawing room. Oh. I see. Well, we do have the maid's chamber, which would go north. However, I don't really like this. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. I don't really like that option. I would like to find the stuff. Yeah, withdraw. I mean, redraw. Oh my god. Well, okay. Yeah, this would be the only thing I can do. Plus, the item can still show up around the house, so yeah. It's not like with the maid's room, it's not like the items won't ever show up in the house again on that day. It's just less likely to show up. So, what did you do? Apparently, if you click outside the keypad, you're gonna go back. Yeah. You wanna hit enter. Wait, what? Oh, there you go. I entered the code right. I don't know why I didn't register. Okay. We already got the red letter, though. So, Okay, we do have a gem now, which is fan-fucking-tastic. And of course the door is locked. Ridiculous. Yeah, kinda have to use it. Okay, conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Requires a freaking gem because you suck. Okay. At least this room goes up. It doesn't require a gem. But at least with security I can go to the alright. I'm gonna save the gem until I absolutely need to use it. Okay. I know I have been in this room in the last video, so I don't need to read anything in here. Let's go this. Don't be locked. Thank you. Okay, utility closet. Not a good thing. The pool. Okay. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room, which the pump room is important. It is useful. It requires a gem, but yeah, you know what? It also adds 2 doors, so we're gonna take that. Yep. And of course that's a keycard door, but we do have a key. I'm sorry. What? Do we need a gold key for this? Or can we use a normal key? I'll come back to you. But first, I'm gonna use this because I can use the key card. Ooh, locker room immediately. Spread keys throughout the house. Requires a gem. Unfortunately, I can't use it. Utility box or bunk room. Well, this might make more sense for the utility closet. Yeah. Might as well. Okay, is there anything in here? Nope. A tie and a grandfather clock. Doesn't make sense. Keycard system I would turn off, but you need the security room and stuff like that. Okay. Well, when you turn off the light for the gymnasium, it does get rid of an effect regarding the gym. I'll talk about that when we draft the gym. We want the garage power on so we can open the garage door. There's back indicators here. I'll do that when it's relevant. Okay. Alright. That's about all we can do there. I'm hoping that since I turned off the dark room power and then turned it back on, hopefully that fixes it and it doesn't make the dark light go, make the dark room light go out when I enter it. That would suck if it does, because that would be wasting steps, and I don't want to waste steps here. I do gotta get to the commissary. Although we do have... Okay. I'll use a key here. Okay, it doesn't require a gold key, which is good. Ooh, here's the pump room. Yeah, man. Okay. Yes, we do want that. Okay, here it is, the pump room. We have a giant ass tank right here. A big reserve tank that seems to go somewhere. Not really sure where though. We got level 2 water here, level 2 water there. The water here is everywhere. The pool is pretty full. We could try and drain the pool. That would be very nice. Okay. We do have this. What the deuce? I didn't want to... Okay, I didn't want to fill up the pool. I wanted to drain it. Okay, go down. Down. And down. And there we go. It's draining, it's filling up that. So the pool has drained 3 levels. Down to that, okay. Okay, that is working, okay. Alright. Let me fill up the pool. And now we're filling up the kitchen. And now we're filling up the greenhouse. And then drain more of the fountain. Okay, now we can just, there's 3 levels for the fountain, so now we can basically raise this up. Okay. Let's flip the switch. And now it's raising up. Now it's draining completely. Okay, now fountain is completely drained. There you go. I was trying to figure out something, but apparently I got it working. Okay. And in a YouTuber video, he was mentioning that he didn't have the kitchen drafted in the pool. Not in the pool, in the estate. Like he didn't have kitchen drafted. And yet, for some reason, the pump wasn't working for the kitchen when he was trying to make that work. Fill up the room or whatever. But you don't need the room to be drafted. Even the greenhouse doesn't need to be drafted for you to fill up the water there. So, hope that answers that question for you. Okay, ooh, sauna. Tomorrow you will start the day with 20 extra steps, so we'd be up at 90 starting on day 4. That would be fantastic. But we can't really do that right now because we want as many doors as possible. We don't want to corner ourselves with making dead-end rooms. So I'll put sauna in a better location. Maybe down here would be a good spot for it, but right here, yeah, we want this one. We don't want the weight room. Lose half your steps. F that. We're gonna take archives. It says while drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. I'm not sure what that is about, but this gives us 3 doors. Technically 2, because that one connects with the conference room. So, we got 2 doors to go through now. Okay, is there anything here for me? I believe I did open the archive in the last video. Or did I? Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marian Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book, Swimbird, has been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's 2nd time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye, even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. That was August 22nd in 1985, January 27th, 1986, so 5 months later. Swimbird author never considered herself success, or a success, by Gail Holmes. She confided my son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there. Marigold had elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red. A statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. November 11, 1986, publisher and author detained by Red Guard, questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were two of the 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier named them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Revington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate director with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. November 17th, Marigold drops publisher. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with a long-term publishing partner, Revington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at a press function. Okay. Was seen at the corner suspicious bag on the wave down a look. Okay. A lot of the pages cut up there. No trace is discovered of Sinker heiress, but search continues. Mary Matthews Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. The carriage driver is the culprit. Gotta be. If he's not located, he's gotta be the culprit, unless it's something else. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. You guys suck. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. How many? Okay, this is the last page. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Aries have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy. Aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted. I did not sneeze. Said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an unofficial registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Yeah, right. The thieves did not like the political people and decided to rob them of their high-value possessions, or rather, one of the famous peoples. Not sure who or when that is, but sure we'll find out in due time. Alright, where is this? Okay, this is down here. Okay. It's not connecting with the commissary. And this one is a walk-in closet. 4 items to get, but it requires a gem, because of course it does. And then here is an archived floor plan. So we would see 2 of the 3 plans, but we don't know which room this is until we click on it, which I don't want to use. Wait a minute. The gym. Whenever you enter a gymnasium, lose 2 steps. I turned the power off in that utility closet, so that should mean that the effect here does not apply with the lights off. But still, I would rather have something connecting with the commissary. Come on. Oh, you suck. This is not. What room is? Oh, this is coach check. Of course it is. Not one that I wanted now, but alright, we can check. Oh, we can check the key card. Magnifying glass or salt shaker. Okay, so the key card would make sense to check, because then when drafting this room the next day, I can easily just get this back. Although, since the drafting rooms are random, you never know when you might get the coach check room back again the next day. Hopefully it'll be early, but I don't think it'll be programmed to show up late unless an item is not in the coach check room. But keycard would make sense here to have, so I'm not gonna do this until I need to. Until the end of the day, basically. Alright. Okay, this is a locked room. Don't really like that, but it's the only way I can get on the right side. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I believe I have cornered myself here a little bit. This is the only one I can even do to try and go up. Well, we did drain the fountain of all the water, so we're gonna check that out soon, but I wanna see where we can go from here. Okay, there's the office and kitchen, both of which I can't do at all. So I'm gonna have to use archived floor plan here. And it's nowhere. It's the terrace, which is a dead end. So we basically screwed ourselves here. So the only thing we can do is go check out what the fountain is all about and then go from there. Okay, so we have a gem finally, which we could have used a long time ago, but no. The outside is nice though. This is a nice little terrace area. Nice view of the outside. We have a little gazebo over here with the statue. We have a nice forest, view of the mountains. Yeah, this is a nice little relaxation area. Too bad there's no door leading further up or down, so we're stuck. Basically, we have no way of going up anymore. So That blows. That blows. Okay, now we have to go this way, go down, and then basically go this way, and then down this way. Okay. So, gotta get into the conference room, and then down this way. Both of them lead down, but let's check out the dark room here. Is it gonna turn off? No. Okay, so that answers my question. So if you don't go into the dark room first, and you get into the utility closet first, you can turn off the dark room power and then turn it back on, and then that way when you enter the dark room for the first time, it'll stay on. That is very good to know. And in case you're wondering, this is basically how we're supposed to find the code for the lock leading into the apple orchard. If you can see here on the tree, there should be a code, and we didn't have the magnifying glass at the time, so I couldn't show you it. Voila! 1128. That's the code you need to open the apple orchard door. Okay. So, let's go this way to the courtyard. We do have the locked chest here, the trunk, but I don't have a key, and I don't have a shovel, so I can't dig the dirt piles. And we didn't make it to rank 8, which would have been very nice, because even if we go in here, it's not gonna show up. So, it'd be very nice if there was a key here, but there's not, so, oh well. Let's just go out of the house and see what we can find with the fountain, see what that's all about. Okay, ooh, we got a coin here. Very nice indeed. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the... Oh, the code check is way up the... Oh my god. I should have checked in that key card when I had the chance. Because now it's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 steps. So I want to be sure if we're gonna drop any steps when we go down the fountain here, if we're gonna lose any steps, I want to be sure that I want to come back to the house with at least 13, but we shouldn't make it that close. We should have 15 at the very latest. So I'll have 10 steps to work with here. Alright. Oh, look at this. The basement door is locked? Are you kidding me right now? I can't enter this. I need a key. Well, screw you, basement door. Well, that blows. I was looking forward to seeing what was in there, but no. Also, it'd be great to have the garage, because we can't open this Even though we should just hop the fence. Simon's such a wussy that he can't just jump a few feet. But yeah, you have to be on the other side of the door to even open this. And the garage is the key. Literally. So, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to... Wait. Can I get to commissary and then... No, I can't. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll put me at 15. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I can't do it. So either I keep the key card and then go to the shop. Well, it wouldn't make sense to go to the shop anyway. Because with 6 coins, we're going to lose one when we enter this chapel. So 5 coins. There's not going to be anything worthwhile for 5 coins. So I might as well just go to the... coach check room and cash in the key card. Yeah, not gonna show up until we get to rank 8, which is 1 more floor above. So that's unfortunate. Alright. Can we retrieve an item? There's no item. Okay. Alright, keycard. You can retrieve this item in any day you have a coach check in your house, yeah. Alright, there we go. Well, that's basically it. There's nothing else to do on this day, and I'm basically trapped. There's no way to go up. So, we're gonna have to call it a day. Oh well. We'll do another one in this video. I don't know how long I've been recording in this one, but we'll probably do another one. 79 steps taken. Oh, I could have done one more. Could have done one more. 6 new rooms, so that's nice. Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. I backed up my saves, so I should be good right here. Alright, let's go this way this time. Let's go right up north, see what happens. Alright, we got Nook, we got Chapel, which can continue going up, and then Den, which we would get a gem going that way. Alright. Okay, what do we got? We got a gem in here for 1. Okay. Storeroom, closet, bedroom. Which does go up, but I want to save the bedrooms for a little later on. Okay, let's do closet. This seems like a good spot for it. I was about to say, there is 1 item in this tray, gem, but thankfully, we got a shovel, baby. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Yeah, man. Very nice. Okay, I'm glad I got that. Corridor, commissary. Whenever you drop the bedroom, gain 5 steps. That would be pretty good, but not really a good spot to have right here. We're basically forcing ourselves to go left and up, and then right and up, which would still be okay. So you know what? Every time we drop the bedroom, gain 5 steps. This would be pretty good to have early on. So I'm gonna do that. And we have 5 steps. So when we drop the bedroom, then we'll have an additional 7 steps. So there we go. Oh, we got 2 die. Oh, 2 ivory dice, a pair of them. While drafting, you may use that to roll new floor plans, obviously. But we got 2 now instead of 1, which is a fan-frickin-tastic. So that's nice. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here, but we do have this book, The Red Prince, by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down, if he was ever outside when the clouds went around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of the boy who also wore red, and he looked like a prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. We're reading it right now. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Yeah, the red book, the red prince. He loved all things red, and now he's dead. Okay. That was a little morbid. We don't know who the Red Prince is, but maybe we'll find out in due time. Alright, so I think that will be it in this room. Alright, so now whenever we drop a new bedroom, we'll gain an extra 5 steps. Alright, so we gotta go back to the Great Hall. The entrance hall. The Great Hall is a room that will be later on. Alright, so yeah, whenever we gain a bedroom, whenever you enter the room, gain 2 steps, but with the nursery, you'll also gain an additional 5, so we'll get 7 steps for that one. But this goes right into a closet, which leads to nowhere, so I think we'll have to do hallway, because there's another door that leads to the right, so that's the only thing that makes sense in that scenario. Alright, nothing else, nothing on the floor, no door, boo-hoo. Walk-in closet. Does require a gem, but we'll get 4 items. But it's also a dead end over here. A nook, we'll get a key, which is great. 4 coins for the pantry. So yeah, let's get a nook. Okay. No magnifying glass this time. So sad. Alright, utility closet, spare room, or storeroom, spare room. We gotta go up. We can't keep making the dead ends up here. There's nothing in this room, but we can see outside. Because it's right against the outside wall, you see. Pantry, parlor, utility closet. Let's go with pantry. Ooh, an apple. I believe that's the 3rd time in a row that I've gotten a fruit in this room. Huh. Twice with the window right here, too. So I got an apple, an orange, and an apple. Hey, apple. Apple, hey. And yeah, haven't found a banana other than on day 1. Alright, drawing room. See, I want to connect the doors though. Parlor would be great if I can go the other way, but oh well. Corridor. I want to, when there is multiple rooms, I want to be able to utilize all of them, but it requires a gem, and the left door here is facing the closet, which is not good. I can redraw the floor plans if I want, but I'm just gonna go with corridor. See what we got here. Doesn't seem to be anything yet again. Not even a coin, which would be fantastic, but no. Chapel will lose a door, and we lose a coin every time we enter. Storeroom, which would make it a complete dead end on this side. Or security room, which requires a gem, but well, this is not much better. We got passageway, but I won't be able to do it because it requires 2 gems. The parlor, which doesn't lead to anywhere, and guest bedroom is a dead end. It would be 15 steps, but we're good on steps right now. I can't believe this. I should have just gone with security room. Damn it. Bedroom, utility room, kitchen. If kitchen was facing the other way, I'd probably go with that, but yeah, let's go bedroom. That's the best one we got. We got an additional 5 for the nursery, plus 2 for the bedroom, so that's good. Very good. Nothing there. But oh yes, we have the ivory dye again. So I basically got one back as a freebie, so that's a wonderful. Don't be locked. Please don't be locked. Okay, good. We got observatory, storeroom, come on. I don't want to use up the dye that I just got back. Chapel is not what I want. Could do observatory, but this gives me 2 doors. I might as well. Have to lose a coin, but oh come on, no item again. Oh, you suck. Okay, dining room, kitchen. Oh my god. Yep, have to go with dining room on this one. Can't go that way, but we can go this way. I already entered the room. I didn't mean to. So let's go this way. Billiard room makes sense here. An extra door, yeah. Okay, let's enter that. No item here though. Not even the salt shaker. But we can do this again. So 17. 18 minus 4, 14. 10 times 2 is 20. 4 divided by 2 is 2. When you see the purple here, division. So addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division in that order. Oh wow, we got all of them right here. So 17 minus 15 is 2. Times 20 is 40. Divided by 10 is 4. Alright, there we go. We got 2 keys. Awesome. Okay. Weird. Really? 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 Alright, let's just do it. Just use it up so we can figure out where to go. We got dark room, which uses up a door, which I don't like. I wish these can be rotated. I don't like that the door just leads to nothing. Same with observatory, lavatory. This is the only one. I might as well just put this right here. Might as well. I'm not entering the room though. I'm not wasting a step for that. Oh, lose another coin, why don't you? Alright, what do we got over here? You son of a bitch. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Alright, I'm gonna save that. I'm going to... I'm gonna go down to the entrance hall. And then go this way, and then we can make a room connect with the chapel. So we can get rid of that fucking locked door. But then again, the other side of the door could be locked too. So I might as well just leave that locked and just focus on going this way. If I have to go through the chapel again, which I hopefully won't have to because, well, yeah. Because if I reach rank 8 and have to go to the dining room to get the meal, then I can just go through the dark room and billiard room without having to go through the chapel. So there we go. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. 7 steps. Okay. It's a pretty straight track right to the entrance hall. So, okay, what do we, god damn it, why? Both of these lead into nursery, which is a wall, dead end. I have to use the die. Oh my god, dude. Well, I do have a gem for this, so I might as well use this. Okay. Well, oh, I didn't have the... Oh. So the commissary was new. Because it's the same note as this one. Oh. Well, that blows. Well, sorry guys. Apparently the commissary was new. I just forgot that the identical note was right here. Okay, boudoir would be the best thing here. Right in the corner, yeah. So we can move up. It is a bedroom, so we gain 5 steps, so that's nice. And also, it's right by the outside wall, so we get to see outside, which is nice. And we get to have peeping toms peek in and see the code while we get a gem for our troubles of the security room. There we go. Okay, anything else in this room? Haha! 2 coins. Very nice. Basically my refund from the stupid chapel. This chapel is ridiculous. I don't know. Alright, let's... where's the door? Oh. Ooh! Patio. Requires a gem, but it spreads the gems in each green room. And that will be a dead end. All 3 of them dead ends. Wow, okay. I could get the patio, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna get the utility closet. That way I can turn the dark room on. So, there we go. I'll also turn off the gymnasium lights, turn on the garage lights, and there we go. I could also turn off the keycard system because we do have the security room with the terminal. But basically, you would use the magnifying glass on the note in the security room, and you'd be able to see part of what the password would be. I'm just gonna do it because, well, there's a million videos on YouTube of blueprints and people have figured it out already. But I'm basically going to go in the keycard system settings, set security level to high. It will increase the amount of keycard doors, confirm setting, and we want to change the offline mode from locked to unlocked. So what that means is we won't have to use a keycard at all. So that's how we can do that. Yeah, we don't need to reveal the password right now, so that's good. Okay, where do we want to go next? We have to go back up through the chapel. I'm gonna go up to the dark room because that room is on now. So, okay. We enter the bedroom, so we gain an extra couple steps. We lose a coin from the stinking chapel. I'm gonna go to the dark room though. The light stays on because we turned off the dark room and then turned it back on, so we're good. We got another key, which is awesome. Okay. Don't be locked. Good. Oh. Well, here's Coach Chuck. I can claim back the keycard, but I already turned off the security and upped the number of keycard doors, so we don't have to worry about that one. We can grab the archives, which would utilize every door, which would be fantastic. There is courtyard. We do have the shovel, so we can do the dig spots. Yeah. And there's a keycard door. And a locked chest. Ooh, yes. Very nice. Alright, anything here? Don't think there's any. A worthless old shoe. Not worth picking up. Well, you suck. Okay. No, I don't see any keys or coins on the floor, so... Ooh, an oversized turnip should prove to be a nutritious snack. Plus 6 steps. Very nice, indeed. Alright, let's use the key on this, because we don't have the sledgehammer. And we have a lockpick kit. We'll occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. So we got 5 little pieces of tools here. Does that mean that we have 5 uses out of it, or I wonder how long we can actually utilize the lockpick kit. Okay, so we can't use this. Requires a gem. We got the parlor we can use. And the storeroom. I'm gonna go with parlor. Okay. Wind up key. Ooh, there's an apple. Apple. Hey, apple. Plus 2 steps. Nice. And there anything behind here? No. There is the outside again. Very nice. Okay, what's the puzzle in this room? This is the blue box. After analyzing the box, you are most definitely blue. The blue box is true. Well, he did say he's blue, so yeah, I would say so. And you, the blue box is empty. That has to be false. Because this says blue box is true. And this is the blue box. Blue box is true. The blue box is empty. Oh, this might be a trick question here. Ooh. I'm gonna have to say that it's gonna either be the black box or the blue, but it says this is the blue box. That is true. We also have this, the blue box is true. But this also says blue box is empty. That has to be false. Because this is true, and this is true. The gems have to be in here. I'm gonna destroy this room if it's not in here. Okay. You suck. Alright. We got 2 sapphires. It does make sense since you were in a blue box. Alright. Walk-in closet, gem required, dead end. Guest bedroom, dead end, although I would get a lot of stuff for this one. But we'll make that be somewhere else. West Wing Hall will be good right here. And then hopefully above that I can get the freaking garage. That would be awesome. Okay. Still no items on the ground. That's unfortunate. Alright, come on, garage. Sew up. Oh, you suck. Oh, you suck. Well, I do have the lockpick kit, so. There we go. The veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. 2 gems. But it adds another door. Mail room, a package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. I don't really want this to be the end of this trail because having just this door here be the only way to succeed is not good. You want to have as many doors as possible. So I'm gonna go with veranda. Even though I don't really want to pay 2 gems, I kind of have to. And I don't have a reroll, so. Oh, hello. Metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Ooh, hello. We do have a dirt pile. Oh, nothing of interest was buried here. So sad. And we do have another dig pile, which means coins. A few old coins. Which, 3 coins, okay. Alright, come on. Garage. Oh. Oh, don't do this for me. I need a gem. You son of a gem. I have to go with the bunk room because I can't back out of this. Okay. It does count as 2 rooms, so we'll get a lot of stuff for this. The metal detector is not on, so there's no more items in here. We do have this guy. We already read that book. Okay, I think this is it. The coins plus the steps. Alright, looks like we have to use a key here, although we can just use the lockpick kit. We do have the... Well, we're screwed again. Look at that crap. We do have a key, a gem, and coins here. But... Well, we do have courtyard going down. So maybe we can make something of use over here. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get the storeroom here. Coin, key, and gem. Whoa, the metal detector doesn't detect the gems. Only keys and coins. Well, that makes sense. It was in the description, so that has to make sense. My god. Okay. No gems in this green room because it was already activated, so... we have to go this way. Once again, we are screwed. I can get coach check and claim another item. Or check an item, rather. I do have the shovel and the metal detector, which I would like to check the shovel. This connects to the chapel, but what good would that do? Really? We can only check one item? I hate you. Alright, let's get the key card and then check the shovel. Alright, there we go. Okay, I think that's all we can do for that. There's no other way to go. Wow, the drafted rooms really screwed me over on that one. Unfortunately. Not much I can do there. Ordinary and total room is 25, rank reach 8. I still had a lot of steps, but the doors just didn't line up properly. Steps taken 52, 5 items found, 2 new rooms, which would be veranda and boudoir, or nursery. I think that was the other new room we got. Okay.